Hi everyone, my name is Emily Merton and I'm a graduate associate with the Office of Prevention and Wellness. And today we're going to be talking about critical thinking and how that relates to intellectual wellness. So here's our wellness wheel. You can see intellectual wellness is at the top left-hand side. It's in the teal blue. So how does this relate? So one quote that I found is that critical thinkers set aside preconceived notions and reconsider baseline assumptions. Critical thinkers draw conclusions using logic and the best available evidence. They keep an open mind and remain fair-minded. Intellectual wellness can be defined as maintaining optimal cognition for learning, problem solving, and decision making in daily life. It involves being open to new ideas, critical thinking, and learning new skills. Intellectual wellness is not just about making yourself smarter, it is the ability to share your learning with others and enrich your community. So, if you look at the definition for intellectual wellness, making decisions in daily life, problem solving, being able to convey what you've learned to help others, these are all things that completely and totally relate back to critical thinking, because without setting aside preconceived notions, without keeping a fair mind, without using logic and evidence, you wouldn't be able to tie any of that into your intellectual wellness. So here's some tips and tricks on how to improve your critical thinking. So ask yourself, what do I want? What do I expect to get out of this? And knowing what you want is key to decision making, as we just saw on the last slide. Intellectual wellness relates to decision making. And without knowing exactly what you want and what you want to get out of a situation or what you want to get out of whatever you're doing, then it's difficult to make a decision. Work on your biases. This can help you consider other perspectives when trying to come up with solutions. So if you're in a situation where you don't agree with someone else, or two people don't agree and you're the person mediating, then you are able to set aside your preconceived notions like we saw before, and you can allow evidence and logic to take over to help come up with solutions to issues that you might feel particularly about, but you might need to stay in the middle for. Accept the fact that you're not always doing things right. Doing something wrong can continuously hold you back from critical thinking. So if you assume that you're always right, and even when you are doing something wrong, you still tend to think that you are correct, then it can hold you back from thinking logically and evidence-based, because you might not be doing what's right. So being able to accept, okay, I wasn't correct this time, let me try this again in a different way, is a great way to work on your critical thinking. It's something a lot of people struggle with. And then break situations down. Seeing the bigger picture is important, but breaking it into smaller pieces can help you mentally digest the situation. So when you have a busy schedule coming up, this is a great example, and you are looking at it as a week, you could easily get very overwhelmed. So by breaking down the situation and understanding, okay, this is what I'm doing today, or this is what I'm doing this hour, it might make you feel like tasks are a little bit more manageable. Here's some references from today's Wellness Wednesday slides.